Welcome to the Electronics for You channel, and today we are hosting the Bourns team. Thank you all for taking the time to join our interview today, and congrats on opening Bourns India.
Right. Thank you very much.
So Electronics for You has been serving India's electronics design and R&D community since 1969. And our community really understands the significance of Bourns investment for India. And we've been told that we can expect improved access to collaboration, application expertise, as well as faster and more reliable design solutions. But before we really kind of dive deep into that, let's take a step back, or maybe kind of a leap back to 1969, an extraordinary year for both humankind and for Bourns. During the Apollo 11 landing, we understand that Bourns components were in the landing controls as well as the pressure regulators and oxygen regulators for the astronaut suits. That must have been immense. So when you look back at that day, what does it mean for you personally and to the company's legacy? And how's that pioneering mindset guiding your global innovation and the India Center today?
Well, thank you, Dylan. I'm Gordon Bourns. I am Chairman and CEO of Bourns Incorporated. And I'm also very fortunate to be the son of Bourns founders Marlon and Rosemary Bourns, who started Bourns Incorporated, then called Bourns Laboratories, in their small garage in Pasadena, California. And what is behind the scenes on that remarkable achievement was that they started producing their sensors for the aerospace and defense industry in their garage, and then tested them in their kitchen using the oven for the hot testing and the freezer in the kitchen for the cold testing, and then talked to the aerospace companies about their products. And in fact, my father went to San Diego to talk to Consolidated Vultee about these important sensors used for the aircraft industry. And he went to Consolidated Vultee with a sample case that was made from a candy box that my mother and father made into a sample box to put the original products. And in fact, they were quite impressed by the range of different products that the company was making. Didn't realize that they were being made in a garage. But one of the engineers asked if my father could make a board-on-tube pressure transducer, which is actually what ended up being the basis of the controls for the astronauts when they walked on the moon, controlling their oxygen that they were breathing and their suit pressure. And my father gave them price and delivery like he had for the other products of when he could provide this board-on-tube pressure transducer. And at the end of the meeting, this engineer was still in the room, and my father asked, "What is a board-on-tube?" So he didn't even know what the delicate sensor was that was going to be used in these Consolidated Vultee sensors. And so the engineer thankfully said, well, if you go to a war surplus store and get a pressure regulator from a cylinder that's used on cylinders of gas, and you open it up and take out this little sensor that looks like a little jelly roll, that's the board-on-tube. So my father thanked him very much, and that's what they did for the first couple of years, was buy war surplus store pressure regulators to use in their pressure transducers. But yeah, my parents were very relieved when the astronauts successfully landed on the moon with the joysticks as the astronaut pilot looked out the window of the lunar landing module and found a spot on the moon that looked like it was nice and flat, and used our joystick control to land the lunar module on the surface of the moon. And then as they walked on the surface of the moon to have their, of course, life saving system, that the air that they were breathing and their suit pressure controlled by our products made in Riverside, California. And little did the astronauts know the humble beginnings just 22 years earlier when my parents started the company in their garage. But that's the heritage that my parents left for our company, to be pioneers, to open up new manufacturing locations for our company, to explore new products, to serve life-critical systems like the Apollo landings. And now the biggest area that we serve is the automotive industry with important sensors that control the steering and the wheel speed and important measurements that go into the onboard computers to make sure that the automobiles are safe and perform well.
All right. That's quite a beginning, and the way that your firm has come through all these years, it's quite amazing. Connecting to the lunar bit, so India is also building its own lunar and deep space missions, and at the same time, while Bond's expanding your design footprint here. So, do you see some sort of symbolic connection, between your company's legacy and India's growing ambitions in electronics and space exploration?
Well, Dylan, I certainly do. And in fact, the the fact that we are a leader in the automotive industry gives us credibility in the aerospace industry too. And we still make various military qualified products, especially our trimming potentiometers. So we know what it means to be an important supplier to the aerospace and defense industry and for our trimming potentiometers. And so we want to build upon that in other products that we can serve the aerospace industry in India and other countries around the world in this very important area that we think will be a nice complement to the other areas that we serve.
All right. And next questions for you, Al. So, with the new India Design Center, what's the larger vision and how does it fit into your global design and operations ecosystem?
That's a great question. And before I answer that, though, I just want to mention how great it is to belong to the Bourns Company. Owned and operated by the family. It's a wonderful corporation that provides a great opportunity for us to execute a strategy that includes the expansion that you're seeing today in India for us. The family wants us to take a very long-range view, to grow profitably, and stay independent, continue to deliver strong financials. The company is based on strong customer metrics, right? Value for the customer, high degree of service, a strong culture that brings our 8,000 people together each and every day to serve our customers and show respect to one another as we do that. Headquartered in Southern California, as Gordon mentioned, right where we started, still there. But we're actually operating today as a billion-dollar company across 34 locations, of which 22 are manufacturing sites. But importantly, 15 countries where Bourns manufactures and designs products. We're quite an international company as well. And India is a very natural progression for us. Serving end markets, as Gordon mentioned, transportation, industrial, important now, AI, data centers included in that telecommunications space, as well as aerospace and defense. But relative to our strategy, this is a major step forward for our company. Finally getting here to India. Of course, our sales team has been here for about 15 years. But what we're bringing now is engineering. It's important that we are present and available everywhere our customers are. And we recognize two things here immediately. Number one, our customers are here. And we're striving for a broader and deeper relationship with a high degree of engineering intimacy. The second thing is the talent pool here. This is the Dynamic Technology Center, or one of them globally, and we want to take advantage of that and bring that into our ecosystem where our products are engineered and our ability, in time zone, in language, we can work around the clock from our other design centers that we have in Ireland, in Texas in the United States, and now here in India allows us with these big global IC houses where we can work for them in 24 hours every day. It's an important part of our strategy. It's a great question.
All right. So, so in a way, it kind of also is an extension of your global R&D strength. But would there be any focus or specialized areas, like you mentioned, automotive being a key bit and industrial? So, is there any specialized focus area for the India Center, or will it be a equivalent?
Yeah, well, we really would like to take advantage of all the opportunities here. As I mentioned, global company, serving our customers in all the geospheres. And certainly Asia is an important, it's our largest market for the Bourns company today and can grow with additional presence here in India. But it's really underpinned by engineering and bringing the technology here. But it really would serve all of the markets. But we are interested not just for big global companies, but also for local, national companies that we can service. A lot of those are certainly in the aerospace, military space. Transportation is certainly important to us here. But we're going to have our technical specialties that we'll have here are the same that we have in all of our locations. We want to bring all of our bandwidth right here to this market opportunity immediately.
All right. And a last bit, are there any focus IP or products that the India team would initially start on, or expected contribution?
Well, we have a high expectations, Dylan, of what's going to happen here. Okay. It really is important to us that we can make sure that we bring the brightest and best together, connect those with the rest of the Bourns technology ecosystem, and certainly drive a further footprint and help our customers achieve their goals, which include a much shorter design cycle. And also shopping with customers or supplier partners like Bourns that can bring solutions across a broad spectrum of a portfolio in protection, circuit protection solutions, power management, circuit conditioning, as well as the sensing products. And so we would like to bring our full bandwidth of our portfolio here, and really also develop the local market. We see a lot of opportunities here for that.
Well, and with quality products, but what's different is that where we used to have weeks and months to do this, now customers are saying if you can't send us samples within a few days, they'll find someone who can. So this rapid design cycle is really important.
All right. And maybe even the product life cycle, where we used to be delivering much, the pace is different. It will continue to be there, but our culture and the way we go about doing what we do sets us apart. That doesn't change.
Dylan, thank you very much.
The next question is for James. Building on the global vision that Al had talked about, what market segments in India do you anticipate will see the fastest adoption and growth?
Yeah, what we see here is in the market specifically, electrification is very strong for Bourns in this market, and we continue to see more of that adoption, EV specifically by the Indian market. So you look at two-wheelers, three-wheelers, four-wheelers, you look at the charging infrastructure that is out there, that's been very strong demand for us in the last 5+ years, and we see that significantly growing as more and more Indians move to electric vehicles from scooters on. So that should be very strong. The other segments that we see really is the data and telecom build out as India is building more of their wireless infrastructure throughout the entire country. Many of our products and protection type devices are with a lot of the Indian development of local folks like Tejas and them that we work with. So that altogether, very strong growth. And then lastly, probably industrial markets, which we see in all the geos that we work in today, is very strong for us.
All right. And how do you expect the India Design Center to help speed up the delivery as well as the application-specific solutions for Indian OEMs?
I think from our global footprint has proven to us, like in our Cork, Ireland lab and our Carrollton, Texas labs, is that by having local design resources here, it helps our customers to optimize their designs and BOM cost. Also gives resources, maybe many customers don't have the engineering resources or capabilities. We can also do some testing for customers and really to get the fastest time to market for the product you're looking at. And then when you add in the fact that we're working with many global customers on many similar type designs, they can take advantage of our experience in these opportunities. And again, helping get quicker to market with the right solution.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And our next question is for Craig. So can you outline, could you help outline any specific protection or sensing technology trends that you believe are critical for the evolving Indian market?
Yeah, sure. I think what we're seeing most is a need for higher voltages, higher current. So most of our development across all of our protection products are to go to higher voltages, up to 800 volts, then 1200 volts. that helps make the applications more energy efficient, and they need the protection components to reach the levels that are taking the voltages up on the systems. So as John's power management solutions increase in voltage, our protection components are being designed to support those same applications. And really, we've come out with a hybrid protector called an isomob that is a GDT MOV hybrid that is more reliable in the market, smaller footprint. So it's mainly taking the higher voltage products, getting better thermal management in smaller packages, and going to surface mount. So those are technologies that we're supporting from the protection side that really go across all markets. So whether it's EV or infrastructure, industrial automation, it goes across the board. So higher reliability, higher power.
Would it be possible to share any interesting examples of potential localized solutions that the India Design Center could be working on?
I think the India Design Center is, it's obviously important for local, but it's also, important on our global side of our business. So really what we see is that one of the primary benefits of our India Design Center will be to work on reference designs with the major IC companies, such as Infineon, such as Texas Instruments. And really what our design centers is collaborate with these companies to develop the most efficient and most robust power supplies.
As Bourns begins this exciting chapter in India, what is the long-term vision in place for the Indian engineering ecosystem?
Yes, for long-term, this is our first step. So we're starting off with about 20 people here. And I think our strategy is, as we build out these solutions and the capability of our labs, we're adding salespeople, and we expect to grow, 4 or 5-fold over the next couple of years for our footprint here. And it's really all going to be concentrated first with design support, whether it's reference design, application support, design work with the local companies in the area. So that longer term view is going to need a lot of engineering support. We love to have young, energetic, curious engineers that want to jump in and support customers. So we really look forward to supporting the local area for design and application support, and we'll use this location to support worldwide as well.
All right. And any message to the Indian engineering professionals who are aspiring to work with Bourns in India?
Yes, I think, this is a tremendous opportunity to join an exciting, dynamic design team right from the start. There's nothing like joining a team early on when things are starting to grow. But ultimately, like Bourns, we collaborate with all the major global companies, whether it's, as Jim mentioned, in the EV space or in the industrial space, but probably a lot of the work we're doing at the moment is really in the AI space, which is the most exciting space. As our design team here will work with the most up-to-date ANSYS simulation software. They'll get opportunity to work on building samples, testing samples, working in very close collaboration, both with the IC chipsets, the end customers, just to collaborate quickly and fast to get magnetics that will enable and protection devices that will enable power supplies to be the most efficient. So a tremendous opportunity for any young engineer out there looking to get a lot of early opportunity in fast growing markets.
All right. Thank you so much for answering all our questions, and we wish you all the best. We hope that your India Center exceeds all your expectations, and we hope for both of you that you'll see some exciting design solutions coming out of your India Center. Thank you so much, and congrats again on the inauguration.
Thank you.
Thank you.